Where'd I put my pen at? I think I dropped my pen. Dropped my pen. Ooh, people. Today's live is gonna be a whole lot of different. Today's live is gonna be a whole lot of different, and I'm going to be giving got my pen right here for adjustments. I'm gonna be giving, man, past like 2 months have been crazy. So because the last 2 months have been crazy in this gig space, I'm gonna be, as you guys see, giving back to the gig community. There's a lot of things that have transpired over the past few months. We had some great things that happened. We had some new news series that popped up on the Up and Up, and other channels like that have popped up. We've seen content creators go into different levels on what they are doing. We've seen the highs. We went through Glitchgate. Right now, we are in, I don't know if it's the lows, but it's not a good taste. And this is why today I'm going to be giving back to the gig community. And if you are someone in the gig world, and I know that the people over there that came from the other community, they don't know what's going on, and I'm glad because they're not part of this community. I'm going to be giving back to the gig community. So there's going to be a lot of recognition going on out. And I would love for you guys to, if you can, if you have a community post, share this out, because there are people that's going to get love right now that you never thought was. Okay, let me do that. Yeah, see, let me do that. Let me do that. I'm going to do this also. Give me one quick sec. I'm going to do this also. Okay, I'm going to do him. I'm going to also add him in here also. Now, the best thing about this live here is that there's going to be a lot of people from another community to come in here and figure out that we're not going to be talking about exactly what they think that we should be talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down like this. I'm going to start off with this one right here. And giving back to the gig community, and for all of you guys that are going to be watching this back, go ahead and watch this back. Make sure you watch the brand new episode of The Boardroom that just popped up also, okay? The Boardroom just popped up. And also, if you're out there, hey, Eli, what's up, man? How you doing? Whenever you get this, I'm going to tag you in it, Eli. You're going to go ahead and check this out, too. If you check out the thumbnail shows people in the gig community. You guys see the other community don't know the faces there, but we got the rideshare professor, got Uber Jeep AZ, we got Pedro, we got Sam Lee, we got Eli up there. You even have Mr. Flex up there. Today's episode is going to be giving back to the whole gig community. Necro getting bags. Make sure you go ahead and check this out, and make sure you go check out Necro's getting bags. Check that out. Hopefully he may share a little bit of this on his live today. But I want to start off by and this is something that I thought of just doing right off the cuff, as what many would say. I know Torp probably wants something to say about this. Let me write his name down here. You just made the list. Let me put Torp's name down right here. And I'm going to give respect, okay, to every single person in the gig community. I'm going to say this for this reason here. I never, how we've been going through our own gig world, We got people that do certain things. We're going to get into this. We've been having our own little arguments and all that other stuff. And we've been getting tired of each other in the gig world. Like, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And from what I've seen from another community coming in, it has made me all the way appreciate the gig world in this community in so much of a greater light. So much of a greater light. Okay? So much of a greater light. Hold on, let me make sure I got my notes right. Let's see. Got this here. So here we go. We have people in the gig community that a lot of you guys don't know that when you first start, you're going to try to figure out what exactly you want to do when it comes to doing this gig work. Are you going to stick on one app? Are you going to multi-app? What are you going to do? We have people from all walks of life that come and do this job, okay? And they're all members of this community. Some people don't have a channel at all, but they just want to watch so that they can also learn. I want to give respect to the gig community because there are people that come into this community that can actually sit and learn. And from watching what the other communities do when they try to come into ours, when you just go sit back and look at what they got going on over there, there's no one learning any information and actually learning about a community and what you do. We are the driving force in America. We are the gig economy. Everyone that's out there doing work, if you're not out doing what we are doing, you're using a device to order so we can take it to your job. We are taking it to your home. We're taking it to your schools, your retirement homes. We are doing all of that. We are truck drivers. We are taxi cab drivers. We are people on bikes. We do medical, blood transport. We do everything that there is to get it to everyone else out there in America. This is what we do. And from what we have seen that has came into our community, it has made me respect everyone in the gig world, everyone that you may have thought I have had a beef with or everything. I'm about to go through this thing right here and we about to give some respect. First, to the members, no matter what you are, if you are a viewer, if you are someone that shares content, if you are someone that wants to educate people, I'm going to start with it like this. From all members out there, the people that want to actually have content and they have a wife, a fiance, a girlfriend, I'm going to give respect to some of these channels right here. I give respect to, first off, me and my wife first, because it is hot facts. That's how it goes. Okay. Give respect here. We get out there, we do the ride-alongs, we do them live while giving a show. She gets out there and kills more than most of all your favorite women content creators do. She takes her orders, acceptance rates, all that there, and we do it together. We even get on. There's been questions going on back and forth. Give respect there. Now, we do it on that level there. I want to give a shout out to a couple tries. This couple right here, they do a great job. They work, they multi-app, and they do everything, and they're doing it as a couple. I want to give a shout out to the Long Island Dash Experience, showing people out there if your situation is like this, you and your spouse can do it and donate to all of the positive causes out there that we have. You guys do such a great job at doing that. I want to give a shout out to Bobby and Jessica. Jessica is like an assistant on how my wife is. The only difference is Jessica is fiery and will talk shit to the people back there. My wife is like, we the news, we go do it like this in this way. Give respect there. Me and Bobby had a little disagreement. We worked it on out, and we are here in the gig world. Much respect there. I want to give respect too. Red Glass Wisdom and his wife. Don't know her name, but much respect to you. Give respect to you there. You guys do lawnmower and cutting grass and do all the gig work. And when you got your own business, you are a gig, whether you like to admit it or not. Much respect there. Music City Gig Hustlers, if you guys are still out there doing it. Wild Alaska, Cody and Autumn, if you guys are still doing it together, much respect. Eli and Don, Much respect. Your picture's up there. Much respect. As much as all that you have to go through by just coming in here and trying to learn from what we got, and you got this, much respect to you and her, because she had to put up with this stuff also. Much respect to you. Much respect to the driven dad and the driven mom. We had issues. I would rather deal with your issues than this other community because they don't know nothing. And one of them is a truck driver, and you guys are in Colorado. They don't even know that rideshare. Oh, Rodeo Steve has TNC Trucker Radio there for all the truck drivers on CBs going across the states. I've been featured on there. Respect to you guys. Respect. Respect to every single couple out there doing it in the gig world. Respect to the couples. Respect to every single viewer out there, because without you, we would not be able to put out great drivers. We won't be able to put out drivers that can actually learn to get better. We won't be able to do live streams. We do live streams where people come in and ask questions. And big shout out to the meaty mama there. She's dealing with a child who's autistic, doing all this other stuff, and then showing the gig work on how it works. I give respect to all the viewers that may watch that and learn something there. I give the viewers who get respect when they have seen, the stories and the videos that I have put up on my own lives here of my son passing away. And I've let you guys see how the hospital room looked, his chest opened up and everything. You guys got to learn that while that was going on, the gig world helped save me from committing suicide. I want to give respect to the viewers who actually learned something from all of this and all of that. Much respect to the viewers who come in to try to tear us down and nothing else happens. We stay united. We stay united. I want to say thank you to Hannibal for giving me a condolences on a rest in peace. Rest in peace, Ed. Big part of my life. Everything else there. A lot of gig content creators were watching that actual live. Hannibal was actually over there doing his spy work and doing what he did on the other channel there. He let them know what was going on, but he did give me a condolences. We do that in the gig community. Big shout out there because he's the only person that did that. I know that there are people that were trying to get in contact with me on the phone and still have not. This is the first time they're hearing me speak right now. I know who you are. I'm gonna have my phone conversations with you guys. But when it comes to the gig world, Hannibal was the first and only one to go out there and give his condolences out because he figured out what was going on. I'm giving thanks to everybody in the gig community, whether I like them or I don't. I've learned so much about this gig world over the past 2 months. I got to give respect where it's due, and this community is not as bad as what everybody else says. A lot of people don't like what I just said there, but it's the truth. I want to give a shout out to the viewers who want to watch, but since they're tied into something else and someone says don't, and they still sneak and watch, I want to give a shout out to you too. I want to give a shout out to the different styles of content that we have in the gig world. I was watching this other community, and I'll say the genuine networking with J Ram and Jamie's Corners, who her whole channel was showing Archie and the reruns of Good Times and their clips to get people to watch. Ain't nothing been happening over the past few years except Eli. I've been watching all their stuff. Coach J Ram is the only one that can maybe know what we do. He drives a truck and he rides with his dog. He's put up videos of him eating food and playing with his dog. He's got some tremendous views, but all those views stop when he focused his whole life on being a paranoid person in America, worried about Eli. That's what happened there. I realized that all these people, when you go watch their content, all of their content has to do with him. There is nothing that has to do with helping anyone. They don't have a community to where there's absolutely no content creator inside their community. There is no content creator at all. There's no one sharing what exactly they do. How us in the gig world, I'm going to say what I give thanks for. Okay. I'm giving thanks in the gig world for this. The different styles and genres that we bring to a table that other people can sit here and watch and learn from. This other community was saying that, well, how is he a news channel and what does he do? Well, you just can't come into a place and not know what you're talking about and think that you can know what you're talking about, because that's not what it is. And TFT is here. He is my deputy of Hot Facts. A lot of you guys don't understand about what we do. We do things, and I'm going to give you guys a different genre of the content that we have on what we do, the different styles that we have. And I went over to your community. You guys don't have this. Maybe you guys can learn some of this, and maybe Coach J Ram can coach you guys on what exactly it is, what we do. And if you guys really wanted to learn, just go back to every single content creator, watch their videos, and stop going in things. The reason why I tagged you guys in Real Talk with Roy, because I knew you guys would run over there and try to think it was an Eli bash. You guys went over there and Roy said, well, if Eli wants to talk up here, he can. I know that made you guys mad, but I guarantee in our community, you ain't gonna go in there and talk like that to Roy, because Roy got a backing from our whole community, which has way more to eclipse what you guys have. So I'm giving you guys right now thanks to my gig community and the different styles that we bring to the community. We have news, which is myself. Okay. I am more of the official TMZ, CNN, all that news, the reporting. I do it all like that. I am that news. We have the Driven Wild. We have Driven Wild. He is a news channel. He does like the Entertainment Tonight type of news, if you guys would like to know. I give respect to him. I give respect to GigTube. He puts out the top gig tubers around the whole world every month and puts them down from all of their rankings, from their numbers all the way down. He also conducts interviews and gives you things like that. I want to give a shout out to GigTube. Um, I want to give a shout out right now to Rideshare Rodeo and his whole crew. They do the news. They go about transparency. They talk about the different things going in to help all 1099s and what we are doing. I want to give respect to him because his news channel is prevalent and is one of our highest news channels in the gig community. Also, the Rideshare Rodeo is responsible for TNC Radio. TNC, it's TNC Radio.live. Go ahead, check it out. That's for truck drivers all around the states. Excuse me. That's for truck drivers. One more. Thank you. That's for truck drivers all around the United States. They got Tom Kelly up there. You go ahead and watch everything else, but they feature other gig drivers on there also. That was the third one there. Much respect to that news channel there. Much respect too. I'm going to go to Pay to Drive. Pay to Drive is a news channel. On what he does is he reads emails from different drivers and people that watch content all around the United States, sometimes even around the world. Okay, I go ahead and dab into the UK. I dab into Australia. I get into Thailand. I get around there. I get into other countries. Canada. Big ups to Gig, to the Gig Academy. You know, we get around and do that stuff there. I do that there, but he gets to read the emails from people that get out there. He's part of the gig community. That is what he does. I want to give a shout out to everyone that does a ride along channel. We all know that on the women's side, we have the rideshare Lisa's, the ride along with Breeze, the Kim sides. My wife does it live. She's a live ride along channel, so we do it a little bit differently. It's live. I want to give a shout out to. They have a channel called Gig Wars Official, and they have a leaderboard of everything that goes up, and they show what they're doing live. It's a ride along channel there. We have a we have some that do ride-alongs, but they also do other things in their videos. Like there's a Jacob Warren, there's a Trevor's Deliveries. We have also with that we have a Cars and Cribs. from Cars and Cribs. You can get into the Dashing Trader. You can get into the Dashing Addict. You get into him. We even have the people that don't like the customers themselves, like Sarah Elizabeth, the Pedro DoorDash Santiago's. Hannibal is Hungry does news. Give props there because he does a news channel also. And I want to say that you're doing a really great job on covering the DJ Envy the whole thing. If you guys don't know, Hannibal is Hungry has been covering the DJ Envy and the whole Ponzi scheme with all of them over there. He's probably made a gang of money since coming off of being on suspension from stealing the content from TikTok. And he has probably gone over 140,000 views of videos that are over 15 minutes long. So he's getting his views in there and making money. And that content that came from people in the gig world who is associated with this thing right now. So I give respect there because that is still news. And we do branch off to go side to side. Okay. That is what we do also. Okay. There's tons of ride-along channels. If I did not say your name, you're up there. I want to give a shout out to the people that do hangout spots, like the Nova Dasher. He does a hangout spot. I want to give a shout out to Real Talk with Roy. He speaks his mind and he has a hangout spot. Pedro does a Sunday every Sunday. I know that Welty was doing something. I know we have Glitch Dash. He does one while he's going live and doing orders and doing things like that. The hangout spots. We have a Jeff Thomas Black. He has one. Kim Side Money Plans has one also. The DoorDash Revolution has the best live when it comes down to all the information on DoorDash. He has the best one, hands down, in the whole gig world. Not only is he Team Hot Facts, he just has the best one when it comes down to the information that DoorDash drivers can get in themselves. I want to give a shout out to the Amazing Hustler. A lot of you guys don't know who he is in this other community. This is someone that does a whole lot of different work. He just won 28,000. He's doing this and that. He does ride share and everything, but he goes live and he does live ride-alongs and he does ride-alongs also. We got a lot of people here that do these things. I want to give a shout out to UDM for being a live channel right there also. I want to give a shout out to the channels that do shorts, like the EV_dash, like Downtown Hustle. I am considered a short channel also because of how many I have, and everybody else that gets out there and does shorts to help out. Okay. I want to give a shout out to everyone that drives a car and also everyone that rides a bike or does an electrical scooter, like Wilser. Okay, Wilser does a great job. He does it great in LA. I want to give a shout out around the world now, okay, to London Eats, the OG writer out there, Gig Hustle. I want to give a shout out to all those people out there in the UK, Australia, out there doing their thing. The gig world is very, very large. All these people that I'm naming, we have content and we are content creators. When you want someone to get into to come watch what you do, you want them to see that you guys have a real community of content creation. I want to give a shout out to everyone that does the rideshare, the best rideshare channel of all time that is out there face to face right now and giving you the real Uber Jeep AZ. I want to give the biggest shout out. He is the best rideshare channel we have. I want to give a shout out to Dustin is driving, the rideshare professor, the rideshare guy, rideshare Ferrero. I want to give a shout out to the rideshare hub. Okay. I want to give a shout out to Side Hustle Addict because he also does that. Also, Pedro does that. I myself also, I'm a 5-star Lyft driver, also a very high rated Uber driver, also for passengers. I just love doing the other side a little bit more. I give a shout out to everyone that does rideshare. What you guys do, you're showing how you guys have to deal with the idiots like in other communities who get into your car and they don't know what's going on and they show their Karen asses off or their can asses off and they do these things. What's up, Cruising Dasher? What's up, Cruising Dasher? I want to give a shout out to Cruising Dasher. TFT says he loves all the props. I want to give a shout out right now to Dash Theory TV. We are people that not only do we go out there, we do shop and delivers. I want to give a shout out to myself first, give a shout out to my wife, give a shout out to Dash Theory TV. Um, um, my wife likes to her stuff, delivering with the purpose also. She watches her sometimes. We do Shop and Delivers. Give a shout out to Dashing Trader. Even though Torp, he's weird right now, I'll give one out to him. He does shop and deliver orders also. I'm gonna give a shout out to everyone that uses Ship, Walmart Spark, Instacart, and everything else, and people in the other community. I have a whole playlist of everything on what goes on for what you want to see. Go ahead and take a look. It's in a book, like reading Rainbow. I'm not even gonna sing the song. Jeff Thomas Black will do Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, though. Now, I want to go ahead and let you guys know I'm giving a big shout out. The other community, they have never thought about planning this because it probably will not happen. Okay? It will not happen. We have something called GigCon that's a lot of us don't participate in or don't like because we're split, and a lot of us are not like invited because the gig world is like that. But we're coming together right now. You come together with different sponsors and media and drivers from all. You get down, you shoot your own videos there, you share information, you eat, you laugh, you have a great time, you do what you got to do. Big up the neck roll getting bags. I forgot to tell him for the hangout spot. You do what you got to do. While looking at the other community, and these are just pros and cons to this community over there. If they were going to have a hater con, a con that really shows their faces on sending people all day welfare checks by the police, having no life and threatening people, trying to drive out to commit hate crimes and driving back and saying something else happens, but watch a video with Eli on an interview and say, man, you guys did not interrupt that. You guys would have to get together and show your faces. And actually, if any law enforcement were there, you guys have wasted the most law enforcement and taxpayers' dollars of all time by doing these ridiculous things. So if you guys got together all in one place, it would be the largest roundup of all time. And no one there even does any content for themselves. You guys would not have any prizes. You would not have any speakers up there who can speak on different markets, supply and demand, how to handle this, what happens if you're a truck driver. You guys would not have any of this to go on because your convention would be a total fail. And I tagged you guys in a lot of videos today with me speaking on chaotic truth and me going over things with other white people about the Black community and about how it works with dropping off Plan Bs and everything, Roe v. Wade and everything else there. I sent you those. I tagged you in them. I'm going to be tagging you in maybe about 250 more videos. That's going to be straight news and gig work so you guys can actually learn and pay attention to what's going on. Tag you guys in all of this stuff so you guys can learn. None of you guys have this going on. Even though that we have differences in the gig world, we stick together for everything that I'm going to be going down on this paper right here. Everything. We stick together when it comes down to this. I'm sticking together with the gig world when I say that we got to put this wall up, like Donald Trump said, with this other community. I want to give a big shout out to every single content creator, whether you like it or not. TFT sends me things I put up there. Everyone that has sent me film and I was able to use on the show itself, thank you for doing that itself. Every time my wife says, you got to film that right there, thank her. That's showing that she pays attention to my content creation, and that's chipping into the gig world because we all learn from it. Okay? Woo! I want to give a shout out to the rewatchers, the rewatchers that hate you no matter what, but they'll still go back and watch your stuff. Whether you're in the gig world or not, we branch off to so many different communities. I've done things with Snoopy Badass. Snoop Dogg signed him, the first person on death row since he bought it out. You guys have seen me interact with police departments and mayors and do things like that. And other people don't get a chance to watch that when they're dealing with the hate. But one thing you can figure out in the gig world, you can always rewatch what you did not get a chance to see. Okay? I want to give a shout out to all the news and media. Okay, I want to give a shout out to all the news and media out there because I don't think the other community knows that Dashing Trader had the Washington Post, the Washington Journal, and other news agencies watching him from TikTok and going to confront customers over getting tips. He made the big time. He brought the gig world actually onto ABC in the morning news. He did that. I don't think your community can do that if we actually say what you guys can do. You guys got a lot to learn about this community here. We will squash you if it really comes down to it. We have people like that. I have been in talks with different news agencies. I've been put in Boston newspapers and Boston news journals with my work that they have said that Hot Facts is putting this on. They have went ahead and checked all that. It's been there. I give shout outs to, look, Side Hustle Addict, the guy that acts like he's going to eat your food. He's been on other news channels also. The other community, I beg to differ that you guys have anyone that can even transform over into the other world. I want to give a shout out to Dad Dash and everyone else that wants to be transparent, like John McFall, when they create spreadsheets so drivers can track their earnings, so they can know how much they are making from car expensive, dollars to miles, what you accept when your car moves, and everything else like that. I'm giving a huge shout out to our community because this other community cannot do it all. All they said that is I'm racist. I'm not a news channel. No one knows anything, and they've been getting information from Flex. I want to give a shout out here to our defectors. Flex is a defector. I just asked him on his show the other night. I said, this is the best gig show I've seen. He said it's not a gig show, it's a hangout. So that community came on in, start talking to him, and it all went haywire. Just like when it's funny, they had one guy that made sense. J Ram. They said we're gonna get Hot Facts deactivated from DoorDash. Flex said he already was deactivated, so I don't know how you can get deactivated twice. But Flex also told you that it was for this and that, but it wasn't him because when they sent him the information, it said Kenneth. I am on an open investigation. My brother's name is not Kenneth. You guys try to make that stuff up. You guys don't know much. You don't know much. I am not driving for DoorDash right now because I am under investigation and they're trying to figure out who Kenneth is. But J Ram said, oh, somebody went to try to complain on him, tried to make up a name, and then they took it out on him. So he was not the person that actually did whatever Flex was saying it was. He actually knew what it was from being on the outside looking in. So when I say defector, a defector who is trying to tear our community down made more sense than someone that's been here for over 2.5 years, who is supposed to have one of the best hangout spots in our gig world, so we can all go there, hang out, talk, make fun, and everything else. He's one of the creators who helped the Hollywood gig news, and he defected on us. So I want to go ahead and give him a shout out for doing that, because the information that he's giving you guys is like literally, he went there and said, make sure you guys don't put stuff up there. He takes screenshots and everything else. He'll put it up there. And they said, yeah, he will do that. He race baits. I'm not a race baiter, man. You guys just don't get it. When you say my boy in Alabama, when my boy says this, or we know black people aren't there, the black males aren't there for their kids. Those are the stats that we got. That lets me know you are on that side of the group, which is why Jane Elliott put you in your place and you did not want to play the whole thing. Our community, I played that same video like 5 times in our community. In our community, we have people that get upset when we deal with race, because they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to understand that if you go to Little Somalia, if you go to Little Italy, if you go to Little Korea, if you go to these places there, you're not going to make as much money as the people who are from where they're from, unless you know how to work your interpersonal skills to get that done. So when I bring up race, we even got people that don't want to listen, but they still listen and don't say the things that you guys say over there. You know why? You're not part of the gig community. So this is like your exit, until you can, and you guys would not click Roy's live. And every channel that I click you on, I want you to click the live and click on, and this go on there and start talking about Eli and see how fast the gig community comes to whooping your ass. You guys are going to have to go do reports and files on every single person in the gig world. We don't operate like that. We actually have a community. We have a hierarchy when it comes to content creators and news and who's giving the info, like Bentley Coupe and your driver Mike and people like that. And it breaks all the way down to the Pedros, the Hannibals, the gig geezers, and everybody else. We have a hierarchy on when it goes down to cars and cribs. You guys don't have a structure, a hierarchy. What you guys have is, let's everybody give all our money to Tammy so she can waste it, go eat for herself, act like she's gonna go, hey, and if you want to go ahead and give Eli's wife all the money you are raising, why don't you go ahead and just cash app her that money? No. You're going to keep that for yourself. You guys don't make any money on ad revenue at all because of what you guys do. No advertiser, no nothing will put anything on your channel that, and they say that we represent that. You guys don't have that. But guess what? Here in the gig world, we have channels that get sponsorships because the media and the advertisers want to work with us, just like how they do with HotFacts, just like how they do with Pedro and everybody else. We even have other apps and programmers here, like Gary Middleton. We also have the Para creator. We have other creators in the gig world that create apps and they sponsor other drivers. Are you guys sponsoring anyone in your community? We have a community that cannot be messed with. It might be a very small community, but we got a lot of heavy hitters here. You better believe that. I want to give a shout out to Glitchgate. Why don't you guys go type up what Glitchgate was? Glitchgate was something that brought total change. What's up, AZ Pride? Glitchgate brought total change to how content creators were putting out videos, and we saw which ones were scamming the system and everything else. Introduction, Eli. Eli already had something with Pedro, but they came on in and brought him in with Glitchgate because he had a beef with Pedro. Eli can talk a good game, but didn't know what he was talking about how to fix the situation. But enter Eli, someone that has been getting beat down by you guys for all these years. He came over here, he got it from us. And still, real talk with Roy said, if Eli has something to say, he can get up here and say it. You guys say we will not let him up there. The gig world says we can. You know why? Because we respect every viewer and every driver that has said, I will sign up and go drive, whether I like it or not. I still will do it and I will learn. We accept them because if we give them extra information, they can actually become a better driver. So that's why Real Talk with Roy said he can go up there too. And I guarantee you guys ain't say nothing to Roy. And I'm going to pull the race card. It's because he's a big white guy who knows how to talk and he speaks his game. And us in the gig world knows what's going to happen. That's why I tagged you in the video. And none of you guys went over there to even challenge it. Because guess what? He had a token black guy over there too, and what you guys say. He had Marcus, and Marcus don't care. Marcus would have ate you guys up too. Because he's in the gig world also with a W2. Big shout out to Dash and Q. Worked on his brakes, redid his whole car, did everything. Gig, drive, and thrive. Okay? Hulk Smash. John John. One of the best people you can ever have on your team. Thank you for your service. I'm so glad that I was able to help with the Wounded Warrior Project there, with my professional fundraising. People help me see World Wildlife Fund, Child Fund International, everything else there. The other community, I hope you guys are listening. We do major things over here that you guys don't do because you can't show your face. That's why we all do live ride-alongs. We do live streams with us. We bring people up on real panels. We discuss. Big shout out to Bud Soda, the person that we all just says, get out of here. We accept him over you. We'll probably sock someone for Bud Soda for one of you guys over there. Big shout out there. I'm giving a shout out and much love and respect to the master creators. We have a master creator class. First on my list, my OG. Master creators. first on my list. My big homie, my OG. His name is Robert also. He'll tell you how it is to work in a racist state. He's trying to bridge the gap and show more Black communities and businesses get put on the web on YouTube with us Black content creators who are in the gig space. And no, we're not racist, is what we are doing. Sam Lee says he wants to start something with the Asians. And I said, I hope we can all do it so we can all have the largest community above all. The DoorDash revolution. He's first on my list. That is my ace. Can you pin that link? You pin it. The one I sent you. No, to your text message. I don't know. No, let me do this. Because I'm about to open up this link. Add a guest. And you copy this link. I'm gonna do it like that. Let me do it like this. I'm gonna copy this link. I thought I sent it to your phone. Let me do it like this. This. All right. And it should be there. You didn't get it to your phone? Let me do this then. Let me do this. Hang on real quick. I want to post this up on the screen in the chat. So I am going to do this. Give me one quick second, y'all. Bam. Now you should be able to hit the right corner and hold it and then you should be able to see pin because oh yeah, and Jenny's vlogs, Jenny's vlogs, no, don't hit join. My wife is a managing moderator, so don't ask a question about how can a standard moderator do things. Everyone knows on YouTube, unless you've been hiding under a rock, that you have managing moderators and standard moderators. My managing moderators are Mr. Yeah, right. It's my wife, it's the DoorDash Revolution, and it's TFT. Those are my three managing moderators. They have special powers that other people don't have. So that should answer that question right there. Just let it go up, but that's that link there. When it goes up a little bit, you should be able to, how to hit to the side. Oh no, it just says go. All right. Well, just leave it there. But the link is there. The revolution was first under the master creators. Okay. But you might be able to still copy that and paste it back. Yes, this is a part of it. Now, I give one, I'm a master creator myself, Hot Facts, Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Don't do it now, it's still there. Pedro DoorDash Santiago is the next master creator. Give another shout out to UDM, another master creator. Cars and Cribs, another master creator. Downtown Hustle, someone that does it on an electric bike and scooter, master creator. Wilser, master creator. Uber Jeep AZ, master rideshare creator. Rideshare Professor, master creator of third party, having people join his business outside of doing gig work because that's what he does. Master creator. Paid to Drive, master creator on the email side. Dustin is driving, master creator on the rideshare side, where no one has nearly, like, he killed that. He killed that. He killed that. I'm gonna give a shout out to the outsiders. Torp, 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 Mr. Flex, Mr. underscore Flex, Mr. underscore Flex, Mr. underscore Flex Unlimited, Torp, Torp, Mr. Flex underscore, Mr. underscore Flex, Mr. underscore Flex Unlimited, Torp, Torp, and I would like to say this. I'm giving a big shout out right here to Eli. I don't think you guys realize what happened on the live yesterday. I asked Eli some specific questions that everyone from the other communities and even in our own have not asked him. When he described when he came into the gig world, what he wanted to do, it was like he was someone trying to just stand in line to see, like, they had army recruiting there. He wants to see what it was about. We had people that, because he was there and the beef with Pedro, they brought him in. And I give a big shout out to Eli because he admitted that. I gave a scenario. He agreed. And throughout this time, he's been blackballed, bashed, shot at, ran over, and everything. But there's only been one person willing enough to spend the 1% of time to ask the questions that everybody else wants to know. And it came from Hot Facts. I did what everybody else did. Instead of doing what everybody else did, I said, why would I do the exact same thing? I can learn way more from this and actually grow way more. So I went the opposite direction of everybody else because nobody else is doing this, which makes it different from all the rest of you guys. From being different, I've been able to ask this guy questions. I've been able to have him answer, whether you like him or not. The trolls have not been able to come in, make him get preoccupied and forget about what's going on. It's been a very positive environment for Eli. He hasn't been blocking people that much on his own channel. He even got some extra courage on HotFacts Live and said, pull up. He got some confidence. I'm giving him some respect because out of everything, most people can just turn and just whip somebody and throw something at them. But from what I get from everybody else out there, just like the whole no tip, no trip thing, everyone was saying don't take the orders, but once they figured out acceptance rates matters, they start taking the orders. So when you switched your orders, like, should we not accept you in even though you're doing videos about it? When someone made that change, a lot of you guys say, well, if someone makes that change, if they are doing it, let them make the change. Don't try to discourage them and take them back. A lot of you guys say you will accept that and that's what you want. Well, if someone is actively doing it and no one is giving that person a chance to even play ball, like Cam Newton or Colin Kaepernick, why not give them a chance? They tried to keep Michael Vick out the football league. There were people saying, look at what black guys do. They beat dogs and have them dog fight. They got mad at Adrian Peterson and kept him out for 18 months out of the NFL league because he whooped his kid. And white America said that's not right. But, you know, they said, well, we got to penalize this Negro right here. Make him lose that money. What's going to happen? Let's see if he bounce back. They got mad because he whooped his kid. Y'all get mad at Eli because he says you need to whoop that kid. Y'all say he didn't get a whooping. He probably did. You don't know. You were not there. Leave him alone. I give him respect for standing up every single day in your guys' face and going through your bullshit every single day. That's why it's intriguing for me, the same way it's intriguing for you guys to want to watch him after you do that dumb shit you guys do to him. He came into the gig world, and check this out. Every gig channel out there would say, Eli is welcome to come on our chat channel, ask us questions, and go like that. Because through the help of HotFacts, they understand what level of the gig world he is. They're not going to hold that iron door up there and shut it in his face because they see he can learn something. They're not going to do that because of what they learn. You guys are coming over and putting yourself in other people's chats and then going over into your community saying, oh, we know this person. We know that person. Don't mess with this person because they're over here with us. Over here with you, with who? You guys didn't know no one. You guys keep saying, man, over the past month, the month and a half, it's been way different. Coach J. Ram said it best when I asked Eli the question here. I said, when they say, Eli, that you're not a coach and you never coached anyone, when I explain him getting up over and over again and coming back and hitting these people right in their face and not giving up, and you are teaching people that you are showing them how not to quit. I went over all that. I said, while they're saying you're not a coach and you ain't never helped anyone, how does that make you feel that I said that to you? J Ram, which is why I use my own clip from him watching my own stream, so he cannot say I stole his own content. It's mine that I'm using that I got your reaction to when you said, oh, look, Eli don't know nothing about what he's talking about because we are lost. He said he's lost, just like us. That video is there when I put Eli speaks about this and that, about being involved with the gig world. That video is there. Coach J. Ram says he doesn't know what he's talking about because he's lost, just like us. That came out of your mighty leader's mouth, the second one in charge. He said he doesn't know and he's lost. Then he said, look at Eli. That's a vague answer, which means that the questions that I am asking are real journalistic questions that you guys may have wanted to know. But he said, I'm lost just like the rest of us. That's because you guys don't know shit about the gig economy. Now, when you would like to know more about what really happens in the gig economy, do exactly what the next clip says. That's what my line says. You guys don't even know that. Make sure you watch the boardroom. Episode was just there. I'm tagging you guys all in it. Maybe you guys can learn about the gig world and what we do on how we stick together and see what the unbiased news says about the different content creators from all around the gig world on how we stick together. We got unity here. We don't got what you got here. There's a lot of content creators out there right now that don't want you guys here in our space. They don't know how to deliver a message like this. But thank God that HotFacts does. I'm telling you guys, you keep showing your face in our other channels. We got so many real drivers that are trolls that'll go ahead and whoop you down, like William Anderson and people like that. They'll give you all the words. Just watch Hollywood Gig News and listen to these tongues. It is what we do. This is look. I even bring in Yup on this. Yup is a dumb asshole, but he's part of the gig world. I would rather deal with this dumb asshole than deal with the rest of you guys, because he at least knows. You guys don't. You guys want to say, "Hey, Yup, can you talk to us?" You don't like HotFacts. That's what's gonna happen. But it's not all about that. Much respect, AZ Pride. Yeah, it's not about that. We stick together, man. We stick together. Your community, you have no backbone. Bunch of slippery, slimy eels. Slippery, slimy eels. That's what you guys are. And I'll put a pig on your back like I'm in Canada, homie. What you know about that? We don't deal with the swine like that. We get rid of it. We got people that are blackballed from the gig world just by being idiots in the gig world. Flex, if you keep trying to tell them to come into all our other channels, it's going to come back on you. You're an outsider now. It is what it is. And Johnny asked you, he wants to bridge a gap in his community with yours. I congratulate you, Flex, because now you might learn something in life, because you said that you welcome the whole, and this was a blessing to me. You welcome the whole handicapped and mentally disabled side over there. So I hope you know what you're doing when you said that you guys can all come. Also, Jenny and Johnny, the other day when I asked in my interview with Angel, and I said, how does it make you feel when people say retard or fucktard and all that stuff? He broke down exactly how it feels. Now, Coach J Ram has used that word and all of that stuff. Now, Jenny and Johnny, he says it, and you went on there acting like he was your friend and everything else. Johnny, you said you don't like me because I do interviews with Eli. I'm just asking you this. If he's saying those words, and you know he does, just tell him to say those words in front of you. Just say it in front of you, and you'll see what it is. Here in the gig world, we don't do that. We have Dash Gordon. He puts on festivals and winter formals and everything else, concert balls, and shows a good time. That's what he does. Watch this. Here's my deputy. Here's my deputy. Here he is. How you doing, TFT?
Doing all right. Just got a pretty nice order on Spark. I ain't got much time, but I wanted to chime in and say hi. Do my little spiel like I usually do of saying, hey, do the job right, don't half-ass shit. Be respectful to anybody and everybody in this kind of business or any business. Doesn't matter what the hell the job is. W-2, 1099, general contractor, building, whatever. Don't make no difference.
Sticks.
I got to get going, so I
Right.
just wanted to jump in and chime in with that right quick because I don't know if I'm going to get to come back or not. With all that said,
Oh yeah,
peace, love, and
you in the
respect,
sticks
man.
right now, TFT. Hold on. Hold on. You got the jumpies going on. You're jumping.
It shouldn't be, but it looks fine on my end. But it don't
Yeah,
matter. I
you
got
got
to
the
go
jump.
anyway.
All right.
I
Well,
got to go anyway,
people.
man. You guys take care. I love
Yeah,
y'all.
TFT was saying this. Yeah, see, he's trying to give his thing. Don't half-ass the job, people. Do what you would want to be done onto you. Treat everyone with kind and respect. TFT does that. We do a great job with that. For those of you over there in that other community, that's TFT. That is a person that has been watching Eli for the past 2.5 months. He knows exactly what's going on. I'm doing the interviews. That's TFT. So when you guys said, hey, the guy that's just here, maybe you need to go and watch him. He played you guys like a fool, you idiots. You guys didn't even know who you were speaking with. That's TFT, the deputy of Hot Facts. And the DoorDash revolution is the ace. You guys did not know who you were speaking to because you don't know nothing about the gig world. Now, once again, if you would like to know more about what really goes on in the gig community, do exactly what the next clip says. We're out of here.